What's up, Chode Nation? Today I want to talk about life imitating art.
What's on Jay's mind?
So recently there was this very huge movement. The nerd community, more specifically the Star Wars community, rallied behind Daniel Fleetwood, who terminally ill Star Wars fan. And sorry, I got my notes here because, well, I'm not going to remember this off the top of my head, right? But he had a rare form of connective tissue cancer called spindle cell sarcoma. And what that does, well, it kills you quick is what it does. And anyways, his dying wish was to see episode 7 early. And we're going to get into the life imitating art point in a minute, but basically the whole Star Wars community, and I think at this point just the communities in general.
Everybody pretty much on the internet, you're talking about the social media and stuff, rallied around this
Hashtag
guy.
Force for Daniel was the thing going around. I mean, it even got Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill was lobbying for him to see the movie. A couple of other actors in episode 7 were lobbying to try to get this dude to see the movie.
And I think once it got to Mark Hamill, it was like, hey, that's a done deal.
Right. And the thing was, he in July, he was given 2 months to live. And obviously 2 months from July would have been before episode 7 came out, which comes out December 17th. And this guy, Daniel Fleetwood, actually passed away on November 10th, Tuesday morning, actually just 3 days ago, whatever, at time of filming. So he got to see the movie, his wish was fulfilled, and he is in a better place because this world is pretty shitty right now. So Daniel, may the force be with you, and congratulations, and thank you to the community and just, people with hearts and rallying and saying, hey, let's make this happen. But the life imitating art part, this is basically, this is a storyline in a movie called Fanboys. Actually, Fanboys directed and written by Kyle Newman, who we met at a sci-fi convention because, well, we're fucking dorks and that's what we do.
That's way before Game Chasers, actually.
Actually, yes, it was. Very, very nice guy. He sat there and talked to us for several minutes, signed a picture. Didn't have to, even look at us, but he did. So, but the plot of the movie was...
The plot of the movie was basically what happened with Daniel. This guy, and I don't remember what the character's name was. Do you remember what it was?
I don't.
But anyway, his dying wish, he wanted to see the prequels, the episode 1, because this was about around the time when that movie came out. And so the plot revolved around them trying to sneak into Lucasfilm and see the movie early. And they get in fights with Star Trek nerds and stuff.
Yes.
And it's a pretty fun. It's a comedy, but it's kind of like one of those comedies where it actually has a heart and has a little touch of humanity to it and makes you think, sort of thing. So it's a good movie. I like it.
I actually really enjoyed the movie. Anyways, the movie is, like you said, Linus, he's dying. He wants to see episode 1, and the hilarity that ensues is his friends. Instead of the internet rallying, because at that time the internet was fairly new. It was just now, in '97. It was
AOL chat room,
right? It would have been kind of fucking web TV and shit, right? But the internet then is not near what it is now.
Yeah, there was no social media like today.
Right, for them to go on and be like, "Hey, Force for Linus" and all this other stuff wouldn't have happened then. The hashtag thing was still called a fucking £sign back then. There was no hashtag.
On our rotary
phones,
yes.
Exactly, right. Yes, we still have payphones. But, so they take this road trip and they go to Lucas Ranch and they basically break in and try to steal a copy of the movie. So
it's called Skywalker Ranch, I think.
Skywalker Ranch, sorry.
Skywalker Ranch.
Sorry, Skywalker Ranch. And they try to steal a copy of the movie for Linus to see. Mm-hmm. And Hutch... played by Dan Fogler? Fogler? Probably Fogler. This dude's fucking hilarious. Everything I see this guy and he's fucking hilarious. He made this movie, and like you're saying, then get into the fight with Star Wars fucking blowhards along the way, fucking Trekkies, Star Trek.
Why can't
Trekkies.
we all just get along?
Anyhow, but no, it was very. I remember when the whole thing happened, the Force for Daniel thing. That's immediately the first thing I thought of was, holy shit, this is Fanboys.
Yeah, I mean, I have the movie on Blu-ray. That's
I do
exactly
too.
what I was thinking. I was like, wait a minute, where have I heard this before? And it was the plot to Fanboys. Oh, except Daniel wasn't trying to go into Skywalker Ranch and like, steal it and stuff.
Right. But we're not going to tell you what happens at the end of the movie. Go watch the movie for sure. Fanboys is great. It's a great movie. I love it. But it's just kind of one of those things. Now, did Daniel do this because he saw the movie? Did someone give him an idea because they saw the movie? I don't know. We may never know. You know, could it be completely random coincidence? We don't know. We'll never know. I mean, I guess maybe possibly the one guy who does know, unfortunately, can't tell us.
But I imagine he was just sitting there, he's watching, what's this movie called? Fanboys? And he pops in and he's like, wait a minute. It worked out perfectly, though, you know, with the Phantom Menace coming out and stuff. And I mean, more power to him. You know, I think it's awesome that the powers that be actually realized that the right thing to do would be to do this for him. So, hats off to J.J. Abrams and everybody at Lucasfilm and Disney for allowing that to take place.
You know, whether it was intentional, unintentional, that's just, you know, one example, and I'm sure people have examples out there. Put your examples down below, you know, in the comments. I want to hear them. I want to read it. Of life imitating art. So it's.
I will say this, like whenever I first heard that they were actually going to show him the movie, I was like, what if this guy's like faking it? Like afterwards he's going, yo, like Skywalker dies and all this stuff. He's going to like post these rumors and just everyone's going to be like, oh fuck. But no, that didn't happen. Yeah, you know, I remember seeing like pictures of the guy and just being like, I actually genuinely feel sorry for him. You know, it's like, oh. How you know you're a massive Star Wars fan if that's your dying wish is to see a movie like that. I know I've been waiting for this movie for like 20 years now, ever since I saw Return of the Jedi. So I can't imagine. I'm sure he's in that same boat. So Daniel, congratulations! Glad you got your wish.
May the Force be with you.
Want more Shady, Jay? Of course you do. Hit subscribe to be up to date with what Jay has to say.